Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Let me enter. Let me go here to YouTube. Ah, yeah. Nice. Nice that you can see. Okay, really nice. Well, it's going to be a very interesting live stream, I think, today. Let me go here to x.com. I have an issue. I have an issue with the account, since I had to create the account from with the Hummingbot code to participate, and I currently I had an account before, so I was not I'm not allowed to participate. But let me see, Hummingbot is here. Here is La Liga here. Condor will be shown today, so get ready because we're going to have we're going to have fun today. And today the PR will be merged, so you can start using it. I recommend to use it with the Docker version, because I'm installing some libraries to do plotting, so it's necessary to do it. The first thing that I will do today, before we start with the showcase of Condor, I will explain the Bitget and Hummingbot trading competition, that I think that is something that you will like to farm, because I think that you can make at minimum $70 easily, and at maximum $270 of profit from the campaign itself. The first 100 people is not like free for all, like infinite, sorry, is like only the first 100 people. The campaign was extended up to January, and I'm going to show right now the tasks that are involved in order to receive these rewards. So here it says complete tasks to get rewards. Nice. It's ending on 2026 January number 19, and the tasks are some very simple and some medium complexity, but for you guys that are like bot runners, it's kind of easy. So here you should be like here, I should be able to click like join, but as I didn't create the promotion, I didn't create my account with the Hummingbot code. That is something that you should be doing. Is like, in order to get the best of this, is that you need to go to Bitget, and here now this code lets you do a registration with the referral code of Hummingbot, and with that you have like access to this campaign. So the first task is very simple. You need to deposit more than $100. Very easy. I think that all of you know how to do this. Then you need to do a futures trade. You need to trade more than $500. So, the first one we get like $10 in trading bonus, $10 in trading bonus, and in the last one, the futures trading task, that is probably the first milestone that you would like to accomplish, is to trade more than $100 Okay, that is also easy for you guys that are into algo trading. This will be something very simple. Then the most like medium complex task that for the time horizon that we have is also very simple is this futures trading task that is trading more than $1 million, and we have a incentive of 200 USDT. So well, this is the campaign itself. The idea today is to show. Sadly, Bitcoin is crashing. I have a loan here. I think that I will be liquidated live because yesterday I was testing Condor. I deployed some bots, but I think that I'm going to be liquidated right now. But well, I was talking about Bitget here. Okay, so here we have this Bitget market. One thing that I found that is like really nice is that we can trade futures of stocks here. Oh, here there was a big liquidation, I think. We can trade futures of stocks. I was actually trading Tesla right now. Well, I am actually trading Tesla. And you can trade like any other pair. I picked this one because it says 90% of fees off, so I like it. So well, what you need to do in order to participate in the campaign, as I mentioned, is first of all you need to click join there. Well, first of all, create an account with a Hummingbot code. You go to hummingbot.org and you search here hummingbot.org, and you search here for Bitget, and then you sign up with this referral link. Secondly, you join here to start participating. You start doing each task, and what I'm going to show you now is how to use Condor to try to accomplish these tasks. Okay, so here we are in Bitget. This is the perpetuals, the futures part, and as you can see, I have here like the account balance that I have available. Like I added like $200, and well, I have a loan also here in Solana that I did for like first task. And well, then I'm running a bot here that I'm using Condor to deploy it. Let me show you how is Condor looking, what Condor looks like today. So I refactored like all this week. I have been working a lot on making this more simple. So the first menu has portfolio, bots, swap, that this is like for swapping on dexes, trade, that this will let you trade on any order book exchange, and LP, that is for providing liquidity. Okay. Now the menus are working really well. Like if you enter, for example, here in LP, we have here the position that is closed, the fees that were earned. You can now search for the Geeko terminal pools. If you are familiar with this, you can see the top pools, what DEX is here. You can search also like new pools. You can pick like trending pools and so. Obviously that if here, for example, this pool, W or one of these, Mimid or any of these, let's pick this one, is Meteora. It's a DBC, so it's not something that we can get. But if it's a pool that we can get the information, you will be able to see the information. Like the distribution of the beans and all that stuff. There is a special Meteora stuff for the pools. Here is showing like the tokens that I have like available. And if, for example, here I look for MET USDC, I will be able to see like all the pools for Meteora USDC. If I pick one, like for example this one, I can see the liquidity of, well, I don't know if I clicked or wait, yeah, I was not clicking. Oops. Or is taking time to load, or Is getting. So as you can see, it's showing the was taking some time to load. So as you can see, it's showing the liquidity distribution of that specific pool, showing where you're going to place the liquidity in case that you deposit the liquidity. I also added this that is cool, that you can see the candles of Met USDC. And also, well, we can pick 1 hour. We can pick like the distribution that we want. And there is also a view that is like plus liquidity, that here we can see the OHLC plus the distribution of the beans at the right here. So well, it's like I dedicated some time to make this a good experience for you guys, and it's all open source. That's the best thing. Well, this is like for LP. That all to this menu you can access by just putting /LP, and you can access this menu. And then, well, to deposit the liquidity, this deposits a percentage of your MET and USDC, or you can put directly a value, right? But well, the other menus that we have is like trade. This is like to execute a trade. As you can see, automatically quotes the bid and ask in this exchange that you are using. Well, it seems like here we need to fix the balance, or maybe I am liquidated already. Let me see if I was liquidated. Maybe that's why I don't have balance. Yeah, I was liquidated, so that's why I don't have balance. But if you have balance, you will see the balance here also. Then what else you can do? Well, you can change the leverage. Here we can pick another market like Binance, for example. And then for Sol USDT, we'll show if we have Sol. I don't have USDT, I only have Sol. And also the quotes, and what you can buy, sell, all that stuff. And well, the same menu for swap. If you want to swap, I can, here I'm trying to swap or Sol. It's loading the balance. This takes a little bit more because the price is I got the price from the gateway. And also one really nice thing is that I'm also quoting to buy and sell this amount, and see what is the spread that I get in case that I want to buy or sell that amount. So this is using the Jupyter router to do that. And well, we can execute the trade, or well, see the trades that we executed before. Lastly, I already showed like a swap, trade, LP, portfolio I already showed before. Oh, we also have bots. What we have in bots, for now I only added the grid strike strategy, that is just a grid. That is very simple for all of you to understand how to use a grid, so I don't have to explain it. It's like the most simplest strategy that we can do. We can configure one now. That is what I'm going to do, and we are going to deploy it in Bitget also. But this is the one that I'm running on Tesla. As you can see, I deployed this one like well, the age of the bot will be also a nice thing to add here. But well, I deployed this like before leaving my home, so it was like 3 hours ago, and I already traded 4K. So, and I am not trading that hard. It's kind of normal, this strategy. But well, basically once the main bots page has this, if you want to see a specific detail of a bot, you can enter here and see like more specific information of this bot. Let me see. Okay, so here we can see the most specific information about this bot. There are errors. We can click here on logs and see the logs. This is the error that was reported. We can go back. We can stop the bot. We can modify the controller configuration of this one specifically. As you can see, when I click on controller config, it already shows like how was the grid set up. This is a really nice feature that I added because when you are defining the grid, it's probably easy to see it in the graph. In this case, I'm adding a short grid where if everything goes well, it should go this way. And I can edit the config from here. But well, let's do the step, let's do the flow of generating a new config for another pair. Let's say that we are going to do it for meta. Where do you wanna go? Oh, check the volume that entering here. Like sometimes there is a ton of volume. This is very wide. Like, well, no, not that wide. But we can. Oops, this is a very big spike. Let me see a higher time frame. We can go. Oops, I don't know. Maybe it's long. Or let's see another pair. Let's see. Apple or Google. I would like to go long on Google. But no, it's. Well, we can probably play a short game here instead of a long game. So we can go for something like 1 minute, and let's trade like between this and this value, trying to catch this high. So, oh my cat wants to participate in the live stream. Let me show you. Say hi. Well, let's configure one for this Google USDT. So to create a new one, we can go here to bots, and then we can create plus grid strike. This will create a new grid strike config, and we can do it in Bitget perpetual. That is the exchange that we would like to do it in this case. By default, it shows you like the last pairs that are like that you created in configs before, but you can here input any one that you want. In this case, the ticker is Google USDT. So remember that Hummingbot always is Google-USDT. Then we can pick long or short. I will pick long. Let's go 20x, and let's put $500 maximum. We have leverage. In the other, I was liquidating in Binance because I only have like $50, and I was using 2.5k of position. That's why I was liquidating. But well, it was a test to see how much I was trading yesterday. So well, here I put like to see it in 1 minute. The candles, that is like probably easier to see. I hope that it can get the candles. Okay, it's getting the candles. So we said that we were going to trade between this value and this value. So let's put between, in order to edit the grid, because the grid is the blue thing that we have here, we can put the start, the end, and the limit price in that order, right? So it will be something like 318.5 to 3424, let's say 318.5, 324, and then the limit price 318. This is just to cancel the grid. So now that I input those values, it will be providing the graph again. So now we can see the new graph, how is like determined. Perfect. We can send the numbers again in case we would like to change it. But well, now I'm okay with this. I will accept the prices. Then here is asking for take profit. As we can see here, the fee is 0.0065. So if we consider 0.0065 times 2 is 0.13, the fee that we are going to pay, like buy and sell in percentage. So and also we would like to execute a lot of trades. So let's pick this value so we have a minimum profit but we will increase the trading activity a lot here. Then this is another good thing, is that these are the most common parameters. There are also more parameters that you can change of this strategy, but these are the most common ones that you would like to change. For example, keep position false is that if the price goes outside of the limit price, it will reverse the position. In this case, I want to keep the position. Activation bounce is a mechanism to protect not placing all the orders in the book, only the orders that are under certain value. So this value, the activation bounce, we can put it into like 0.01%. And if we send this value updated, it will destroy it and update it here. So it's kind of easy to update the values. So here, once we are okay with this, we can just save the config. Now the new config is saved, and we can see the config now. That is this one, Google number 3. So one important thing here is that by default the open order type is limit maker, and this will fail because limit maker is like post only. Like if you send the order and it gets like filled or will match and take automatically because the order book changed, it will fail. That's the order type that I use in Binance and other stuff. Bitget does not have that implemented, so this is something that we can improve from the connector. So we need to use the order type of limit. So here we can click in open order type, switch to market, now switches to limit, and here we are going to switch it again up to limit, and we're going to save the config. Perfect. Back to configs. So what we can do here now is to deploy the bot. In order to deploy the bot, what I will show is that we can probably deploy the two controllers, like the Tesla and the Google, in the same bot. Let's try that. So here I will stop this bot. By default, as I put keep position equal to true, the position will be not reversed, so we need to manually close the position in the exchange. So let's go here, or we can use Condor to do it, but as I have it open already, I can just close it. Perfect. So okay, it's archiving the bot in the background. Then we have a folder with all the archive bots, and soon I also going to add to Condor the chance to get the bots that are like that are archived, like to see the performance of those bots. But well, now let's see how we can deploy the two bots, and let's start trading short on Tesla and long on Google. So here we can click deploy, and we have a list of the controllers that are available to deploy. So I would like to pick the one for Google, and I also want to pick the Tesla one we said. So as you can see, these two are added. We can put next configure, and here by default the name of the bot is the name of the account, because the Hummingbot API adds the date and the hour of the deploy, so that's enough to make like the value unique. My cat is like angry. Here we can put other accounts in case that you would like to add multiple accounts. For now, I would recommend just to use one. That's why I don't add the complexity of configuring accounts yet, until Condor is more mature. And then we have here the image of Hummingbot that you are using, that you can also change it in case that you want, but I'm going to use this one. So well, in case that you want to change something, you just tap the bottom and change it. So here, as you can see, I can put here deploy, and this will say the bot is being deployed. Check the status in bots menu. I can go here to view bots, and it will take some time to start. You see that the time, okay, now it's refreshed, it's starting, it already traded. See that now it has $9 of volume. And if I go to Bitget, I should see the trades Well, as you can see, we can see the orders here placed on Google and the orders on Tesla too. Like the position on Tesla is already open. So as you can see, as easy as that, with a few clicks, we are trading on Google and Tesla at the same time. Like here we have Tesla that is placing the orders, and here we also have Google that we're also placing the orders. So, well, that's very easy. With a few clicks, we were able to deploy two controllers that are actually like two sub strategies under the same bot in Bitget. That is the partner that we have to create that we have this campaign. The question now is, okay, how can I reach up to the point where I have this Condor up and running, right? The easiest way to get started is to deploy Hummingbot API locally or in a server. I recommend in a server in case that you don't want to leave the computer open or on, because you need to have the computer up and running all the time, because if not the bot will stop and does not make sense. But well, you can also use a server. Once you have Hummingbot API, that is basically, the steps are, you go here, you search for Hummingbot API. Oh, sorry. You go here, you clone the repo. Once you clone the repo, you run the setup.sh. This will generate the environment file. You will need to put the files for config passwords, a few configuration files, and then you can just run docker compose up, and it will start Hummingbot API. Once Hummingbot API is running, it's like the service that will let us trade, deploy bots, will let us do a bunch of different things. So once we have Hummingbot API running, you need to go here to Hummingbot Condor, that I'm going to merge this PR today. This is the PR that I'm working on. I redo a lot of things, that's why it's so big, because I redesigned the menu like 3 times based on usage. I'm using it a lot, and that's why it's kind of a big PR. But well, you need to go to here to Condor and run the setup environment.sh also, and this will like start everything. Before, you need to go to Vault-Father, ask for a token, Telegram token, and then also you need to, once you run that, you have a list of authorized users, because in terms of security, it's like how we can prevent that you go to my Condor and talk with it, because Condor will be a bot that you host for yourself. So if not, anyone can talk with it. So I added a mechanism of security based on the chat ID. So if you are not in the allowed list of chat IDs, you are not going to be able to use the functionalities of Condor, like the main functionalities. So once you set up those two things, you will have this Condor up and running. Then you will need to go here to Bitget, and you will need to, okay, seems like we start having some fun here. You will need to go here and go to API management and create an API key for Bitget. Once you have your API key, you will need to go here to Condor and go to config. In config, you will need to click here on API keys. You will add the API key for the master account. Well, you need to add the API key for the master account, and here you will need to pick Bitget Perpetual. In this case, I already have it, so it's like, let's say that I pick Bitget. Where is Bitget? Bitget. You need to pick Bitget Perpetual because the promotion is in Perpetual, and you will be prompted like, put the API key, you put the API key, the API secret, and then you need to put the passphrase. Once you input this, Hummingbot will connect to Bitget, and it will also start getting your balance and store it in the database. So you have information about your balance over time. That is the same if I run here portfolio, I will be able to see like the portfolio over time. This takes some time, as I mentioned, because of the gateway. Right now I'm separating the processes so we can isolate what is gateway and what is like sexist. And well, as you can see, this is a report for all the exchanges that I have connected. You can, well, this seems like it's an outage of the connector, but well, it's a portfolio evolution over time. You can change the frames, you can see the allocation, all that stuff. So basically that's all. Can I use Condor for inter-exchange futures arbitrage? Yeah, you can do it. It's like you have two options there. One option is to code a Hummingbot strategy and deploy it with Condor, and the other option is just go here to trade. And in trade, here you can go. Let's say that you just want to do execute the trades with market order. You can go here for example to Binance Perpetual, and in Binance Perpetual you can run this in the chat, or you can just click here execute and it will open a position, and you can then pick Hyperliquid Perpetual here and execute the Hyperliquid position. Maybe I will also add here the exchange name at the beginning in order to be able to copy and paste if you want to execute the same trade, for example, but opposite. You can also do it. But well, yeah, it lets you do everything. Lets you trade. Lets you do whatever you want. So well, also lets you set the leverage, whatever you want. Now, let's control the bots again to see how they are doing. So well, we already traded 1K, so we are at 1% of the first milestone, and the P&L is minus 3 cents. So well, we are losing a little bit of money, but well, that's the initial stuff. Any questions so far about this? I think that it's very straightforward. Actually, I didn't realize that it's like only 30 minutes of live stream and we cover how to use all the Condor, deploy a bot. We deployed 2 bots, we configure a grid strategy, we did almost everything. But I don't know if anyone has a question. If not, I can just, to end, I can show how to create an LP position with Condor. But if not, or anyone can tell me if there is something that you would like to see in the chat. There is no, okay, if there is no question, I can just show now how to open how easy it is to open LP positions with Condor, claim the fees, all that stuff. So here is my Phantom wallet, and I can go here, for example, to LP. There is no active positions, so here I can go to Meteora. I would like to provide liquidity to Met USDC, for example. One thing that I didn't mention that is really amazing is that I can plot the 99% of the liquidity, so we'll get the top pools at the 99% of the percentile of TVL, and we'll aggregate all the liquidity and show this. So it's like really nice, the visualization. So, well, now I can go here, back again. I can go to this. Let's say that we deposit on this pool or this one. I don't know. This one I think that is nice because it's very aggressive. Let's pick the second pool. I don't know if I clicked or not. That's a very good question. The one that LLM model for trade, because I'm going to add LLMs here in Condor. I was planning to do it this week, but this week I refactored the whole menu and the commands, and I was doing some fixes also on the Hummingbot API, so I wasn't able to finish this. But my overall idea is to start adding AI to this client using also the MCP that we have. Well, hopefully that is going to provide a very good experience. So well, now let's see that we would like to deposit the liquidity. By default, it shows like this. Seems like in this pool there is no liquidity, regardless of the one that is here. If I want to edit a little bit, let's say that I can say L 0.3012, because I don't want to put too much USDC. Upper, let's put it up to 0.32. This will update these values. Well, it should update these values, but it's okay. It updated, but took some time. So this is a new graph. So now the liquidity will be like this. Maybe will fail because maybe there's too much beans here, but well, if I put here add position, it will say adding position. This might take a moment. And if I didn't exceed the number of beans that Gateway lets me do, okay, seems like it's added. So if I refresh here, or the Meteora UI is not working, or Condor is lying to me. But if this value appeared, seems like it. I mean the correct one, right? Oh no, I mean the incorrect one. It's this one. Okay, seems like yeah, it added the position. So really nice. From, let's see if all the values are correct. But let me maximize this because I like to see it. Let's see if it added, yeah, perfect. See that it added the position between the values that we said. With some minor stuff. And see that we are accruing fees already. So if we refresh here, see that says typing. Now it shows the fees that we have there. So really nice. We have information of the fees that we can collect. We can collect the fees from individual positions like this one, or we can collect the fees from all the positions that we have. So that's another good thing. We can close the position, or well, we can go to the detailed view. And I added a few things that are really nice, that I am calculating the impermanent loss, I am calculating the P&L and the fees earned using the current price and the initial values. So I don't know. Yeah, this is the current holdings, and I also computed the initial values with the start price that I have. So well, I have all this information, and I am doing an APR estimate, but well, right now it's very volatile because of the duration is very low. But well, it's pretty nice, and the best thing is that you have this in your pocket because you can do it on your phone if you want. Well, that's basically all for today. I hope that you like it. I hope that you start using it. One thing that I want to mention is that Mike created a group on Discord. Let me put here Discord. Is here. There is a group called Condor. A channel here called Condor. Here it is a live stream. I think that all this Condor in the general chat will be really nice to start adding your feedback here of what you have. Things like okay, Carlito was sending all the messages, but well, the best thing that you can do is to start sending your feedback about Condor. I will merge the PR today, so we can just flesh out and do the installation of it. Well, remember that you can farm this Bitget campaign by doing the trades there. Well, obviously that if you have any issues with that, just contact the Bitget. There is a Bitget channel probably or something like that where you can ask questions. So let's see the bots before we end again. So we already traded 1.6k. We did some P&L on Google. We lost. We have some negative P&L on Tesla, and there is much more volume on Tesla than in Google right now. We will probably need to check the configs, but well, the other good thing is that this stuff doesn't tell you anything, but if you click here, for example, in this gear, that is the number 2 of the configs, you will be able to see it's taking some time to load, but I need to improve the deletion of the message first. But as you can see here, it shows you the graph of what you deployed. So it's really cool to see and understand the configs that you deploy here. So well, oh, the back is not working here. Well, I have to fix some more things before merging, but yeah, overall, I'm very like bullish on this Condor because it lets you manage Hummingbot very easily. So well, that's all for me. Thank you for joining, and I hope that you like it. I hope that you have a great weekend, and I hope that you can farm the Bitget campaign. Thank you very much. Well, see you next Friday. Bye bye.